Hello everyone, it's Spider Carnage here, and I was just finished watching a Johnny J25 video, and it got me thinking a lot. So thanks, Johnny. We needed some answers. I hope you see this, because I think I got the answers that for the questions that you're asking. The video that he put out was called "So Treyarch, Where the Hell is Dr. Monty?" It kind of covers things like why wasn't he there in Togged or Toten, all the way from, you know, was it the budget? They had to make all these decisions to cut him out. I don't think so exactly. It might have had something to do with, you know, unable to get McDowell in for the voice acting. But that would have been like maps ago that they would have known this, and this is the way that they've been building it up since, if not before that. So another thing that he goes on about is, you know, shouldn't he be concerned about his existence? Shouldn't he know what's going on, kind of deal? Why isn't he there to put a stop to it? Because if our crews succeed, that results in, you know, the loss of his existence. He's not gonna exist anymore if they succeed. And that's basically what he's been trying to go against this whole time. Start a new cycle, start a new cycle, start a new cycle, saying he doesn't die. The answers really go all the way back to Blood of the Dead. Then cutscene. Post-Revelations, Rick Toten shows up, and Nikolai's kind of like, hey, I'm not excited to go collect my soul. And Rick Toten replies, basically, that's unnecessary, you're gonna need it, your soul's important for defeating Dr. Monty. And all the characters are kind of like, huh? Who's Dr. Monty? Because in this cycle, they haven't been told about Dr. Monty, they haven't found out about Dr. Monty. The only person that knew about Dr. Monty really was Rick Toten, the one that was with them. And obviously, post-Revelations, Rick Toten knew, but that's not important right now. What's important is that the Rick Toten that was with them was only part of the crew that knew about Dr. Monty because he read the Chronorium. So this all leads up to basically my next point. Alpha Omega. There's radio transmissions from Maxis, and Maxis basically says in one transmission that, I think I figured it out. He, you know, he must be only able to see you guys when he has your soul. If he has your soul, he can basically see anything you're doing and planning, and he's going to put a stop to that. So, the next point I'm going to get to is that, and it goes back to Blood of the Dead again, is that Nikolai kept his soul. He didn't go back to the events of Gorod Krovi, and he didn't get the soul of Ultimus Nikolai. So Dr. Monty can't watch what Nikolai is doing. And Nikolai, that's what makes Nikolai important, and why he's the leader after Blood of the Dead, and why he reads the Chronorium, saying Dr. Monty can't kind of follow what they're planning. My next point is going to be right out of talk. Dr. Monty does not have the souls of the Victus crew. I'm not even sure if he's aware of the Victus crew exactly, but he doesn't have their souls. They're not being watched by Dr. Monty, and that's exactly what the Chronorium told Nikolai. So Nikolai sent them to Tug to do all these tasks instead of, you know, Primus and Ultimus going and getting caught. So that's what made Richtofen important. We're going back to Alpha Omega again, and we're thinking about all the characters. We're like, you know, this Richtofen's shady, and he's kind of unhinged, and are you sure about this, Nikolai? And Nikolai's like, this guy's gonna be important, you'll see. And the reason why he was important was because after Nikolai poisoned them all, Richtofen must have reverted back to a zombie as he was before, and he was able to speak to Samuel Stuhlinger through the Aether. So that was an important part of the plan until, you know, they could turn on the power, and then Nikolai has some speech put in, some ideas put in for Victus to use. Another thing that really made Ultimus Richtofen important was because he was the one that was opening the portal for Victus, just as he did back in Black Ops 2. It was Richtofen basically sending them to where he wanted them to go. Another thing that Johnny brought up in his video was basically, why did Treyarch kind of hype us up for a great war and all this stuff? And I think it was literally just part of the storytelling, you know. Maxis just got, you know, eaten by Dr. Monty, and Samantha watched it all. That's her father. She goes to Alpha Omega, like, with the crews, and she is pissed after what she just saw, and basically she's ready to go to this great war and kill everything. She's gonna destroy Agartha, the Aether, the Infinite, but she doesn't know how things are going to work, whereas Nikolai does. And I think at some point Nikolai must have kind of said, okay, you gotta cool it. I know you kind of want to get back at him for killing your father, but this is how it has to go if we want to win. We're not going to win that way. So, and then that leads into basically him sharing the general plan with Samantha, and he kind of tells Samantha, you know, you're the only one that can do this at the beginning of TUG, and it's totally referring to shooting Nikolai in the head. So there we go. I think I pretty well covered everything, if not mostly everything, when it comes to why Tag der Toten is the way it is. And I want to add that I think it's a great ending. It's not really the ending that people were hoping for. People were wanting some sort of great war, I think. But it was very artistic and meaningful, and the way that they wrote up to it was just kind of great. It was great writing. They basically took remakes of older maps and put all this new meaning to it, and new story to it, and it wrapped it up really nicely. Not to excuse them for making a bunch of remakes, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, and it needed to end some way. It wasn't necessarily the happiest ending, but who knows, our characters could come back. I know that in this new universe there's at least Edward and Samantha. So there we go. I think I pretty well covered everything, if not mostly everything, why Toten is the way it is. And I want to add that I think it's a great ending. It's not really the ending that people were hoping for. People were wanting some sort of great war, I think. But it was very artistic and meaningful, and the way that they wrote up to it was just kinda great. It was great writing. They basically took remakes of older maps and put all this new meaning to it and new story to it, and it wrapped it up really nicely, not to excuse them for making a bunch of remakes. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, and then they had to end some way. It wasn't necessarily the happiest ending, but who knows, our characters could come back. I know that in this new universe there's at least Edward and Samantha. Who knows what goes on with them? Maybe they just start fresh with new characters. Maybe they reiterate the ones that already exist. We won't know until Call of Duty 2020 comes out, I'm assuming. There should be a zombies mode for the new Black Ops. If not, I think people will be fairly disappointed. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm logging off. This is Spider Carnage. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. It'll definitely encourage me to do more. Have a good one.